Hey everybody, welcome to Dumpy Dumpington. Is this thing, we're going hardcore, is super hardcore, and we're going there. And this is the sad place we stop by first before we go to other sad place. There's so many reasons to be sad, why not try them all? Let's play a song.
Svolaš pizdec Huey, mudak gandan zoba, jibat govno bljat.
And there you go. I played a song. Never tell me I didn't play you a song, 'cause I did. Okay, here's the thing. First of all, let's take a moment to recognize that Microsoft is turning Minecraft into a place with microtransactions. Yep, that's happening. Also, why are you advertising other stuff here? What? It's so disappointing. Anything to make $1. Let's make dollar bill, y'all. Anyway, it's some bullcrap. And here's, so many things are bullcrappy. But, oh, where did my hardcore world go? I drowned yesterday. That's where it went. I drowned, and it makes me sad. So we're going to call this one Probably Die, because that's probably what's going to happen. It was very sad because it was some super bullcrapitude. Ever since the stupid caves update that you all were so excited about, that has made diamonds harder to get, that has made, oh, awesome, I'm in a vast and endless desert of sadness. That seems about right. Yeah, there's a mesa biome over there, and there's a lone tree over here, so I'm gonna get it. Anyway, yeah, so it was very sad. I'm very sad about a lot of things. Just, I need to be able to feel my feelings, and I need you all to just be like, yeah, he got some freaking feelings. What is in this tree? Is this a mulberry tree? I don't know why it's got purpleses. Anyway, but it's got them. It's got purpleses for some reason. Flowering tree. I don't know what that's all about. But regardless of what it's not about, oh look, more drawing has happened. Normally I don't have render issues because this computer is better. What? Azalea? Why is that happening? And why is that a weird mushroom biome? What kind of a new hardcore world did I make? This seems troubling, to say the least.
I've never gotten a mushroom biome.
Next to a mesa biome, next to, sadness. Anyway, regardless, no, it's all fun and games to be like, haha, he's sad and whatever. But no, I actually am. I actually am feeling quite sad for a number of reasons. So let's go through these reasons, because I don't have freaking, therapy, because I live in a rural area. And also, sometimes I worry that if I sat down with a therapist, they would be like, this guy's even more nuts than I thought. And then I would have to get institutionalized. And then the people at my job would be like, well, that's a great reason to fire him, because they are not loyal to me. They don't even like me. And that's therein lies part of the problem. So I'm one of these terrible people who likes to keep his head down and just focus on himself and his own business and not get wrapped up in office politics and bullcrapitudes. But yeah, office bullcrapitudes might be coming for me whether I like it or not. So that's a good thing to think about. I just, like to think about that and be happy. Anyway, yeah, I don't know what these azaleas do and are for, but I bet it's some bullcrap. Anyway, so, yeah, let's start at the very beginning. A very good place to start. So everybody absolutely every friend that we have, and more specifically that I have, is leaving. Like all of them are leaving, and a lot of them are going to the same place, just getting out of here, going elsewhere, taking the, last chopper out of Saigon, and leaving me to wonder why I am so very much like a rat on a sinking ship that doesn't leave with the other rats. And there are a number of reasons why I don't leave. And 90% of those reasons are students. So there you go. I'm one of those bullcrap teachers who gives a crap about their students. And that's part of my problem. So, anyway, it's all very like that. That's the noise that it gets made. So, number one, every friend that I have is leaving all at once, all at the same time, and all for the same reason. They are all wildly dissatisfied with the administration here, even though none of them will say it. Because, you try not to burn bridges and stuff, but by not burning bridges, then you are going to assure the fact that the crappy crap that has made everybody want to leave in the first place will continue indefinitely. So it's its own fun problem. I'll just take some of this because it's nearby. I need to get to a place with trees and stuff. This is not, I don't want, it's funny because in real life, I want to live in the desert because y'all with snow and whatnot, this is some bullcrap. I used to live where it snowed, and then I left because I hated it. And I came to a place where it doesn't snow, and I think it's great. As a matter of fact, I wish it was a scotch warmer in the winter. Come on, global warming, you promised. Anyway, so yeah, it's a whole thing. Anyway, so you take the fact that let me rewind a little bit. Let me talk about specifically today, why it is that specifically today I feel crappy and sad and depressed. Okay, it's a few things. Number one, know this those of you who are in, the last class of the day for your teacher, your behavior and your like bullcrapitude or non-bullcrapitude will literally make the difference in how your teacher feels about themselves and their life. I'm going to build a boat because I need to get out of this region. Like, I need to get someplace where there are sheeps and trees and ways to live. By the way, like, in the high desert, there are tons of sheep. The Navajo have been sheep herding for forever. So, yeah, deal with it. So yeah, my fourth hour was really crappy today. Like, really crappy. And, they're supposed to be working on research. The very first year that I came to this district, I gave... Oh, God. What? Oh, I think I hit a blowfish. Because they kill you now. Why is this just endless desert? I need to get to, like, not this. I need to get to literally anything reasonable biome-wise. Anyway, so, yeah, like, when I first started here, I gave the kids, it was like, okay, children, here is the amount of work that you need to get done. Here's the time frame in which you need to get it done. And then I let them do it, because learning how to manage your time is very much a grown-up freaking thing to do. And I figured, why not treat these almost adults as if they were, almost adults? Oh, I'm gonna die soon. That's gonna be fun. Well, if I die, I can start a new world, patterned after the old one where we used to live. Anyway, so the thing is, like, I tried that. I tried just giving them the work and then giving them the time and letting them figure it out for themselves. And that proved to be disastrous, because when you take people who have never had to manage their time and you try to get them to manage their time, they don't necessarily do so well, because reasons. So yeah, that's how it were. And anyway, honestly, if I don't find like hospitable land soon, I might reboot the entire world. I don't like doing that, but like, you gotta give me something. I know I said hardcore world, but I didn't say freaking inhospitable. I didn't say put me on the goddamn moon. Anyway. Yeah, but I haven't seen any. I haven't seen any of that business. So, anywho's it's, yeah, I see where that light is. But I also don't have any armor. That's the double edge on that particular sword, is that I don't have, like, if I go into an abandoned mine unarmed with a wooden sword, how long am I realistically going to last? Let's find out. Since I'm already talking about potentially rebooting, let's literally find out the answer to that question, because it's worth asking and it's worth knowing. Because it's already nighttime and I'm bound to die sooner rather than later anyway. Okay. Ah, really? Already, huh? This. Okay.
You don't have as many mobs as
Yeah, well. Okay, where is it? I feel like there's very much nearby. Oh, let's revisit that torch situation. Oh, why do I want fences? I don't fence me in, I think is the order of the day. Oh, well, this is very much not that. I've entered the Stone Age. That's good. I'll just collect me some stone is what I'll do. Because there's stone to be had. And I need to do something while I'm waiting for the dawn. Anyway, so yeah, I used to just give students this stuff and be like, here you go, be an adult, make choices, and use your time wisely. And they proceeded to fail badly. And so my principal was like, hey, could you not do it like that next time? And I was like, yeah, I cannot do it like that next time. And so the next time I didn't do it like that. And, it was slightly better. Emphasis on the slightly. And so that's how I've been approaching this assignment. They're juniors. They are supposed to write a research paper this year. It's part of being a junior in high school. I did it when I was a junior in high school. And if you're wondering, like, why do you make students write research papers? Because it's an important freaking skill. Like, not the part where you write a research paper, like, who gives a crap about that? But where you do the business that is involved with the creation of a research paper. So we get to talk about things like evaluating sources for their truthiness, and and evaluating sources based on their quality, which is something that you hope people would do with their news media and stuff, but they don't because America. Anyway, so yeah, we go through and we talk about a bunch of things that are actually, pretty freaking important if you're someone who, I don't know, cares about America and stuff, which I do allegedly, but only allegedly. Anyway, so there we go. Let me get me one of these. Boom. And then let me get me one of these. Yeah, there we go. So, yeah, I try and handle it better now. I try and meet the students where they are and, give them what I can give them and help them how I can. So, breaking it up into smaller chunks and whatnot. And here's the blah blah with that business. Yeah, there's definitely a spider spawner somewhere nearby. But one of the problems with breaking it up into smaller chunks is that, like, the juniors right now, and this is not necessarily how all junior classes are, is the way this junior class is. Like, they don't care on a level that is so profound I can hardly encapsulate it in my brain. Like, honest to God, if they were on fire, I doubt that they would stop, drop, or roll. They would just be like, well, life be like that sometimes, and just allow themselves to be completely engulfed and killed by fire because they lack the basic, I don't know, give a crapitude that most people have to a certain freaking degree or another. Anyway, let's see. I might just get back in my boat. I've got some things worth having, and maybe I just go get back in my freaking boat. Because that wasn't leading anywhere, and who knows. Anyway, so yeah, these juniors are really they just they don't care very much, and it's hard to get them to do anything. And I have a handful of them in there who failed my colleague's class last semester. Now they're in my class, and they're failing my class, and they don't care. They really and truly do not care at all. And that's hard to deal with. And so, let's just say that I gave them a very simple assignment, a very small chunk of research, and they didn't complete it. I was about to say they couldn't complete it. They could have. They just freaking didn't. They didn't because they don't want to. And they don't want to because they literally do not care about anything. I mean, some of them care about getting high every day, and one of them gets mean when she gets high, which is bullcrap. You're supposed to get nicer when you get high. That's the whole point. Like, how you can get meaner. Alright, I hate this world. This world can kick rocks. Like, this is a terrible world. Also, I'm gonna try and do a new Minecraft seed. You see what I did there? When I said this is a terrible world, I meant that, yeah. Gonna name this one Lola Ugfuglio. Lola Ugfuglio. Hardcore. Boom. Like, and I don't need to spawn in the plains. I just need to spawn where I can get to trees and stuff. Like, that's... I need, like, the bare minimum of survival. Oh, plains. Oh, with tulips and stuff. Gorge. Look at all these flowery flowers. That's ridiculous. Well, I guess this is what I wanted, isn't it? Anyway, well, I better punch not a birch tree because that won't give me the advancement of having gotten wood, because you have to specifically break oak to get the advancement for having gotten wood. I don't know why. It's just a rule. You have to. You have no choice in the matter. Anyway, oh my god, Sheepy's right next to spawn. That's the you spoil me game. You spoil me rotten. Anyway, you do. I'm a kill that sheep and then feel fine about it, actually. Anyway, so yeah, first thing is my 4th hour was crap, and it really is wearing on me. Oh my god, there's a village right there. This is an embarrassing spawn. It's like too good, but I'm keeping it, okay? I don't care what you say. I'm keeping it. Well, am I on an island of planes? Anyway. So yeah, that's number one. So my fourth hour is craptacular. And then oh, and there's pumpkins too. There's like everything I need. Uh so yeah, my fourth hour is crappy, and I was having a terrible time. And then my oh my god, donkeys. I've seen horses recently, but donkeys? Yeah, there you go, people from Philadelphia. You don't say monkey. Anyway, they're donkeys, you weirdos. So, yeah, I'm stealing a bed. Thank you. I know that that's cheap and ridiculous because, the villagers need their whatnots and who's it's. Oh, wait. This is the Fletcher's house, and I just blocked his bench. Anyway. Ooh, blacksmith. There's a lot of, this is a good village. This is a village with stuff in it. Apples, don't mind if I do. Yeah, where's your good stuff? Oh, iron sword to start with. Thank you, good sir. And thank you for your iron ingots and your more apples and your bread. You are the very best. The very best, I say. The very best. Anyway. You don't say. He does say. I see that kitty. That's a cute kitty. Anyway. Oh, kitties. I've never had a cat in Minecraft. Only in real life. And I've had dogs in Minecraft, but not in real life. And just like dogs in real life, I want the dogs in Minecraft to stay the frick away. Why are these spires? Like, why are there spires of ice? That's befuddling. Mildly befuddling. Oh, this one. That's an Ivory kitty. That's like our cat whose name is Ivory. Anyway. Oh my god, look at you guys. Potatoes. I love potatoes. I'd eat them all day, yo. P-O-T-A... P-O-T-O... No. P-O-T-A-T-O. I know how to spell. Blast furnace, but no. Chestises. Man, what a great village this is. This is perfect. Anyway. This is a little dock for me to launch a boat or whatever. Anyway. So, yeah, aside from me being very thoroughly impressed with this village, which I think I've just about fully explored. Getting close. Did I go in this one? I don't know that I did, but I don't know that it makes a difference either. He's got the... Anyway, regardless, people. Regardless, Mario Van Peebles. So, yes. Come over and find out what this farm is all about. Because if it's about anything other than potatoes, which I already have, then that's going to be golden. Let's see. Carrot. Awesome. Thank you, good sir. You are a champion. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my goodness. What an embarrassment of riches I have here. Anyway, so yeah, let's talk about sadness and being sad and why sad. Because there's sad things happening. So at the end of my craptacular fourth hour, where they literally had me like, I had a student who was like, "Why you look so sad?" And I'm like, because y'all make me feel like a toothless cog in a broken machine, is why. Like, aside from that, I'm totally fine. Aside from the fact that, like, you make it feel like nothing I do matters, I'm totally fine. Anyway, so that was that part of it. And then, yeah. So I told the student that, and they were like, "Wow, thank you, Senor Depressio," which fair, I guess. Guess that's a fair assessment. And then the the very next thing that happened is my closest teaching friend, my colleague right next door, who's been there for 4 years now. He came to tell me that he turned in his letter of resignation. He's not coming back. And one of the things that he told me this week, so yeah, there's a bunch of people jumping ship at our school, and it's mainly because they do not like the way that our administration is handling most things, and they have very specific points of contention, like literally, like the reigning, okay, both the current and last year's teacher of the year, they are both leaving, and the current teacher of the year is leaving because, in his words, he will not work for our current principal. Now, he won't do it. Doesn't want to do it. Will not do it. And I understand where he's coming from. Like his complaints are very much valid, and they are very much it makes us sad that he's going to be gone, because he's such a great teacher and he's so great at his job, but he's going to be gone, and so that's a hard thing to face down. This is like all these talented, smart people are leaving, and they're all leaving because of decisions on an institutional level that, like, they are not happy with what the institution is doing. And one of the things that, like, one of the things what quote unquote sealed the deal for my closest teacher friend, what sealed the deal for him is that a colleague of ours is going to become he is going to become the number 2 in command beginning next year. And that is only happening because the person that they were going to hire for that position is not going to be taking it. And for reasons that, like, I've heard things, but I don't want to speculate about things that I don't know anything about. Like, I'm trying hard not to speculate and to, engage in that kind of bullcrapitude. But anyway, so yeah, sorry. Little, telling kids that screen time is over and whatnot, which always makes children happy. They're always like, what? No more being on computers. Why, hooray. Anyway, so, yeah, here's the thing. I'll just try and say it as reasonably as I can say it, and try not to be weird and terrible about it, because, like, here's what you need to know about me as a person, as a worker, is that, like, wherever I have been, wherever I have done my work, why Minecraft? Why? Why do you do this? Why? Like, that's how I died last time. Why is this crap a thing all of a sudden? Just pockets of water under everything, just for no freaking reason. Like, why? Anyway, it's so pointless and stupid, and I hate it so much. Please fix it, Microsoft. I know that you don't care about customer satisfaction and only care about the almighty dollar. But, like, if there's anyone over at Microsoft who cares about, like, the quality of the game, like, please, for the love of God, nobody likes running into freaking endless amounts of water under, when you're just trying to create a mine. Nobody wants that. Who wants it? Why is that a feature? Like, oh, we made a new thing where if you're trying to start a mine, you might drown for no reason. Oh, great. That sounds amazing. I love that. You're killing it so hard right now, Microsoft. You just, blowing me away with your Minecraft innovations. Easier death for no reason? Why didn't I think of that? Boy, here I've been dying the hard way, and could have just been letting you kill me pointlessly and stupidly for no reason this whole time. Anyway, like, I'm sorry, but it's stupid. It's stupid, and you need to fix it. Really. Like, fix it. Okay. So, this is going to be something. Yeah, there's a little something right there. It's obviously like ravine and whatnot right here, so that's out of the question. I just need a place where I can dig out a mine and not have to, like, because mining is the only thing I want to do. Anyway, and I'm very sad that I lost my other world just because of your stupid pockets of water for no reason that pop up in the middle of the freaking ground that nobody asked you to put in. Nobody asked you to put in. Who was clamoring for it? Who was begging for that feature? No one. And so you need to listen to what people have to say about your product, and you need to make it better in ways that they actually want. Because what you've done is pointless and stupid, and I hate it. Anyway, I may or may not have strong feelings about this. Yeah. Feel however you want to feel. Anyway, more bullcrap down here. You know what? I'm just gonna start digging right here. Right here is where the digging is gonna start. Okay. 'Cause I got like 3 stair steps down before I ran into one of your bullcrap water traps. And you need to stop. You need to stop with the bullcrap water traps. Oh, but it's the caves update. Who cares? Stop it. Like, I never wanted the caves update. And honestly, like, if you supported your old versions of Minecraft at all, I would be playing those. But you don't support them. And I've tried playing older versions of Minecraft, and you've made it so that it's ridiculously hard / borderline impossible, depending on the version that you want to play. So, yeah. Anyway, I have opinions about things, so just be forewarned. Anyway, so yeah, they were gonna hire a number 2 man, an emphasis on the man, because there is a very, very well established good old boys club here in this school district. And the belief is this, and whether this is how they intend to communicate it in words, this is how they communicate it with their actions. The rule is this, that like elementary education, that's for ladies who do the nurturing. But when it comes to real education, the secondary education, takes a man. And not just a man who plays poker and golf with, the good old boys club. That's what it takes. Anyway, so, yeah, a bunch of people put in for that position, one of whom is a woman from my department who would have been great, would have been absolutely great in that position. But they didn't hire her, they didn't hire her, and now she's leaving, so there's just more of that, more people leaving because they don't have a reason to stay. I guess I should put on those freaking botas. Wait, why did I just make an axe? I don't know. Oh, I remember. It's because all of my wood is currently oh yeah, here's the other thing you did, Microsoft. You made it harder to get diamonds. Thanks for that, because you have extended the underworld to like -64 for no frick reason that nobody wanted. And so yeah, I love it being harder to get diamonds. Thanks for that. And also, you made it damn near impossible to get coal at any reliable rate if you are mining on a level where you can get diamonds. So thank you for that. You took something that was working and you were like, well, let's break it a little bit, because leave it working, yeesh. What are we, Mojang? Just kidding. I know. Like, I know that you hate Notch, who invented this freaking game that you purchased, and you wish that he didn't exist, but he did exist, and he created this game, and when he created it, I know that over time, development and whatnot, but like a lot of y'all's bullcrap was not evident in it when it started. And so, like, some of us would prefer that there not be so much bullcrap in this game that we enjoy playing. Anywho's, it's so, yeah, like, my colleague came in after my fourth hour to tell me two things. One of which was that he is not returning. That he had given his letter of resignation, and that's the first thing. And then the second thing is that another one of our colleagues is going to become the number two, and now, I need you to know this and believe me when I say it. And I don't know if you're going to believe me when I say it, but whatever. Like, I have no control over what people think about me, obviously, because that's been an ongoing problem, you know. So, the thing is that... Okay, look, I just need to say it. So, the guy who's being hired is the number two, who will be my boss, who will evaluate me and my performance next year, apparently hates me. And this is according to my colleague, whom I trust. He hates me. And what have I done to draw his ire? Not had the same political leanings as him? End of list. So that's pretty bullcrappy and petty, and I don't like that one bit, because here's the thing. I know that the guy who they hired has different political leanings than me, and I accept that. That's fine. People have different political leanings than me. And I've had, many coworkers have different political leanings than me over the years, and I don't care. All I want to do is do my job and go home to my wife and kids and just be able to be happy and not care about bullcrap office politics. I hate office politics. I hate like any amount of like, oh, I don't like this person and blah, 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 blah. You know, the last job where I worked, I was in charge of, I was a supervisor and I was in charge of the people there, and I had to do scheduling and I had to do a lot of things, and I had to put up with some interpersonal bullcrap, and it was one of the hardest things to sit there and listen to people giving me their petty nonsense, and for me to be like, no, I care. I totally don't think this is petty nonsense, even though 100% was petty nonsense. Now, I would mind this coal if there was going to be more of it where I'm going, but because all it would do is take up an inventory slot when I need my inventory slots, I'm not going to do it. So, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, finding out like, oh, hey, that colleague of ours that you've had political discussions with, and he believes some pretty dumb stuff, really, really dumb stuff, believes the whole shamdemic, plandemic thing, and whatnot, like, which just conspiracy theory stuff, which I have a problem with, because as a teacher, you got to be teaching kids critical thinking and stuff. But I don't have a problem with him personally. I don't, and I never have. And quite frankly, my approach has always been like, hey, I'm not in charge of him. So, like, I have never, for example, reported him and been like, hey, he's not doing it right. Like, I wouldn't do that. Not my style. Have never, will never. And like basically what my colleague is telling me is that uh the person who is going to be number 2 in command next year, uh in the words of my colleague, has it in for me, because he, once again in his words, hates me. Which, like, you don't ever want to find out that someone hates you at all for any reason. But yeah, reasons why he hates me, because I asked him, I was like, why does he hate me? And then he told me that some of my students have been giving a very skewed view of who I am and what I'm like in the classroom, which is bullcrap. Like, basically what they said was this. They're like, oh, all you have to do to pass his class is just tell him that he's right all the time, and then you'll pass. Which, that's not even true. That's not even remotely true. That that neglects so much of what it is that I do and what it is that I believe and how I approach my job. It's insulting and it's hurtful. Like, it really hurt me that a student would betray me like that. That's a deep, deep betrayal, because what that says is not only does this student not respect me or care about me, and everything I do is built on student trust, but yeah, not only that, they don't understand what I have been trying to do for them since day one. And that is hurtful, because, like, it's always been that, like, yeah, my relationship with admin may not always be the best, because, I don't play golf and I don't play poker with them. I got invited to the poker night one time, because I was standing next to, I don't exude alpha strength, right? I'm not an alpha male. I am, way down the Greek letters of the alphabet, and I don't care. Like, it doesn't matter to me. I'm not trying to, like, be a gorilla who's wrestling other gorillas for a mate. I'm a human being. I'm a scholar. I work with my brain for a living. That's what I do. And so I have developed my brain as much as I possibly can, and that's what matters to me. And I try and help my students to develop their brains in similar ways. And that's what I care about. And so the fact that a student is like, oh, you just agree with him and that's how you pass his class. First of all, that is not true. And I have students that I have had ongoing disagreements with over lengthy periods of time, and those disagreements, rather than being like a stumbling block for our teacher-student relationship, they are a strength, because we are able to have something that we can engage in that is intellectually stimulating, that is something that we both have stock in, that we both care about, that we both want to engage in. And there is nothing like having a mutually agreeable point of contention with someone. It's something that you can discuss over a lengthy period of time. Anyway, sorry. Okay, look. I am very depressed right now, and things are not good when I am very depressed. And so, like, it's bullcrap. It's not good at all. So, yeah, I'm staring down the barrel at every friend that I have leaving all at once, and and really like half of my colleagues leaving. Like half the school is leaving this year. And their recruiting trips to try and recruit new teachers have brought nothing. No new teachers coming in. Zero. So, it's going to be a rough time. It's going to be a rough time next year because I'm the rat who stayed, and I don't have ambition to do anything other than what I currently do. Why? Because I didn't want to be anything else. What the hell is wrong with that? Nothing. I just want to be like, when I was in high school, I had teachers who meant a lot to me because of who they were and who they let me be and who they were in front of me. And look, here's who I am shepherding and taking care of and looking out for in my teaching. I'm looking out for the freaks, the geeks, the weirdos, the oddballs, the gay kids, the ones who don't quite belong in a lot of places. That's who I care about. And yes, I there are a lot of students who don't fit into any of those categories that I care a great deal about too, but my particular strength is with two types of students. The very, very bright and intelligent, the honors type students with whom I can have some deep philosophical conversations. I do very well with them, number one. And number two are the kids who don't fit in anywhere else. And I will forever be indebted to my high school drama teacher for the person that she was and for the help that she gave, the safe place that she gave for me to be who I am, for me to become who I am. And the idea that I get to be Mrs. Willis to these kids is honoring and humbling, and I do not take it lightly. Not remotely. I don't take it lightly, and I wouldn't feel good about myself if I did, even for a moment. I recognize that that I have this unique position, and that more than anything is why I stay. Why do I stay? Because there are weird kids out there who don't have the support that they need at home, and they need to get it somewhere. And I know, I've heard it a million times, like, oh, don't get too close to your students, teachers, because you're not there to replace their parents, and their parents will get pissed off at you if you try and replace them. I'm not trying to replace their parents, but for so many of these kids, their parents are not giving them what they deserve in terms of recognition of who these kids are, what they bring, what they're capable of, and what they can do given the opportunity. And I am here to give them that opportunity. And that is why I stay. Is the only reason why I stay. And so it's very frustrating when I'm looking at the possibility of knowing that the person doing my evaluation next year, which will partially determine whether or not I get offered a contract at the end of next year, that the person doing that is a person who, according to my colleague, does not like me and has it out for me. That doesn't make me feel comfortable, because I know that the administration already doesn't like me. I know that they don't. And they can pretend like they do, but we all know better. We all know better. I don't play poker and I don't golf. And so as a, non-alpha male, they don't know what to do with me. And I'll tell you what they can do with me. Give me the weird kids and leave me the hell alone. Because I will take those kids and I will give them a place to belong, and I will give them a purpose. I will give them something to work on and to work for. I will help pull them together to create unity and purpose, and we'll do some amazing things. Just leave me the hell alone. Don't come after my livelihood. Don't, just don't. Just let me do what it is that I am capable of doing, what I am qualified to do, and what I want to do. And if you are someone who, pays attention to the news, you know that guess who gets the blame for everything these days? Oh, these uppity teachers who think they know better than parents, blah, 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 blah. I don't think that I know better than parents. But I'll tell you one thing. One thing that I know for damn sure is I know this. I know that 41% of transgendered kids are going to attempt suicide in their lifetime. And I don't want any of their blood on my hands. I'm going to do what I have to do to make sure that those kids know that they've got someone in their corner. That's number one. Number two, just all the other LGBTQ kids are 8 times more likely to commit suicide if they do not have parental support. And a lot of these kids, because we live in a religious area, a lot of them don't have parental support. And so the fact that they can have any adult on their side who says, hey, you're okay just the way you are. And look, I know that this is something that a lot of people are going to find offensive. That this rogue teacher is out there telling kids that they're okay just the way they are, when the way that these kids, they're too young, they don't actually know, they're choosing to be gay because it's trendy these days, or whatever the hell you think. Look, let's imagine for a moment that you're right. Let's imagine for a moment that you're right. They're just choosing to be gay, whatever. Okay. It doesn't change the statistic. They are 8 times more likely to commit suicide if they don't have support. So, I'm here to support them. And I don't care who doesn't like that. I don't care. It could be the parents. It could be other teachers. As a matter of fact, it is other teachers. There were other teachers who were pissed off when they found out that we were starting a GSA. They're like, oh, bullcrap. Gonna have a gay club. Why do we need a club for gay kids? Why? Why indeed? Why do we need a club for the most vulnerable population at our school? Why would they need a club? Why would they need someone looking out for them? Why? I wonder. Anyway, I just want to do my damn job. And look, it would be nice if I could get any level of recognition for what I do, and I never, ever do. Never do. Nobody cares. Nobody appreciates it. Nobody's going to. And I accept that. And also, this year of teaching has taught me one very important lesson. And that is that I do not need to be loyal to my school because my school is not loyal to me. They don't care about me. My principal doesn't care about me. He doesn't care about me. He doesn't even like me. And honestly, if I weren't difficult to replace given my very specific credential, I'm sure I would have been out on my ass a long time ago. Because I'm not conservative enough. And because I'm not Christian enough. And because I, tell the gay kids that they're okay for being gay. And I tell them that they're normal, and I tell them that they're fine, and I tell them that they have a safe space. And I tell them, I literally tell them, do not kill yourself because I will be at your funeral. And I make a face, an angry face is shaking my head. I'll be like, I'll be at your funeral with this face on. And you may think that I'm being ridiculous with this. I'm not. I know that I'm not. Because, the mental health struggles that these students go through are very, very real. And the difficulty that these students have with a lot of their parents, because their parents are of a different generation and are of different beliefs and are, different everything. Their parents do not accept these kids for who they say they are. The parents are like, no, I know better. And this is arrogance on my part. This absolute unbridled arrogance on my part that I believe the kids and not the parents. I'm sorry. But I wasn't hired to teach parents. Because if I was, the first thing that I'd teach parents, hey, I don't care whether you believe your kid is gay or not. You need to treat them as if they were so that they don't freaking kill themselves. How about that? This is literally what we're talking about. And I have watched over the years as my colleagues have come and gone, multiple colleagues of mine, and it has been the ones who, a lot of the ones who have left are the teachers who, like the original teacher who proposed that we have a GSA at our school is gone, and she got in trouble with a parent because a kid came to her and said, I think I'm transgendered. And this teacher gave some reading material to the student. I know. Because I've seen what they say on the Fox News is, these rogue teachers who are trying to convert these children to homosexuality, who are trying to teach them to do this. No, these kids are coming to us and often in crisis mode because they don't know where else to turn because their parents won't listen to them. If you listen to your freaking kids, I wouldn't have to. And then you could kick me out on my keister and I would be like, well, I guess I wasn't doing anything important here. I'll just go find somewhere else to be. But I think I'm doing a very vital thing, a thing which I will never get credit for from the administration. Never. I accept that fact, but I am not doing it for them. Never have been. Never have been. All I want from them is for them to leave me alone. And if they can't next year, and I'm worried that they can't, I'm worried that they don't want to leave me alone. I'm worried that they would rather cast doubt on me and on my intentions, on my abilities, and everything else about me. I just, that's the sense that I get based in experiences that I've had. So, yeah, having a pretty crappy day because I'm feeling the way I'm feeling. You know, these kids feel unsupported. Well, hell, I feel unsupported. You know, I feel like I'm being left to just flap in the breeze. And it's not a good feeling, as you might imagine. It's not comforting to think about the fact that that anyone out there might that anyone who has a position of authority over me, that they just plain old don't like me because of who I am and what I do. I'm concerned because it's not just like I care about my students. I care about my students a lot. I also care about my wife and children. You have no idea how often my wife is concerned that the fights that I've chosen to take up are going to result in me getting my ass thrown out. You don't know how often she is worried about that, and justifiably. And it's not that I'm trying to start trouble. I'm not trying to start trouble. I'm trying to help kids. I'm trying to help the most vulnerable kids. Anyway. It's just hard to deal with because there are former students of mine who understand what I do, who get it in every single possible way. And no one needs to explain to them what it is that I do. Now, granted, I've said it before. A lot of this is just, it's the position that I hold. You know, I'm not unique. I'm not the only teacher doing what I do. There are a lot of teachers who do what I do. And I can't help but wonder how many of them feel as unsupported and unwelcomed as I am made to feel. Because I can tell you right now, I do not feel that my school cares about me at all. Like, I don't think they do. I think I'd be insane to think that. Anyway, ladies and gents, like, I don't know what to do. And I'm so very freaking depressed. And I feel like crap. And I got so much work to do. I need to be grading students' research papers right now. And I want to be able to do that. But I'm too freaking sad. Because you've heard me talk. I'm sad. Like, I don't think, like, I don't want a freaking medal. I don't want recognition. I don't want anything. I don't even want a goddamn pay raise. I don't care about that. I just care about doing what I can do. That's all I care about. Literally, this is all I care about. And the idea that anyone would be hedging up my way intentionally and looking to, kick me out of my keister the first opportunity, there's going to be opportunities. There's going to be opportunities because I'm always going to prioritize the kids over everything else. Always. So we'll just freaking see. We'll just freaking see. Anyway, I don't have anything else to say. This new world might be pretty cool, I guess. But, like, whatever. People, like... yeah. Life just keeps plodding along. And sometimes when you feel like you've got it together, you don't. And sometimes when you feel like you don't have it together, you also don't. Long and the short of it is, you almost never have it together. Anyway. Well, that's it for this one. I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye.